Hey and welcome back to my booktube channel. My name is Sam and today I'm going to be giving you part 3/part 6 of the Lost in Europe vlog series. And this one is going to be set in Italy and it's a very chunky trip. We went to a lot of places compared to the previous 2 destinations we've been to, and yeah, this is the Italy vlog. I hope you enjoy. But yeah, let's go on to the video. If you like the series so far, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more from me. I post bookish content as well. I promise I post bookish content and not just vlogs. But yeah, like, comment and subscribe. Comment, tell me if you've been to Italy, where have you been? Tell me about your adventures and I'll enjoy reading them if you do. So let's get into the video. Woo! So of course I had to pop into this little bookshop, and at first I couldn't find anything, but then I found this, Before Your Memory Fades, which is the 3rd book in Before Your Coffee Gets Cold series, and it's not out in paperback in the UK for another couple of months, so I was so excited. Also, ew, Colleen Hoover. And then we got Panini's Here's a Cute Bird, and now we're on the way to see Michelangelo's David. And there he is. He was so much bigger than I expected, and he was just breathtaking. Like, the amount of detail that is in this statue is just incredible. Like the veins, the feet, the toenails, the ribs. Like, it was just an incredible amount of detail, considering that's made out of marble stone. It's just really amazing. And then we headed over to Pisa to see the Leaning Tower, and I'll say it's a lot smaller than I thought it would be. But yeah, definitely a Leaning Tower, and I think it will probably fall over eventually, definitely with a gust of wind, but here's me pretending to hold it up because that's just what you gotta do. Our second day in Italy comprised of us going to Rome, the capital, and it was very much a whistle-stop tour of Rome here because we were very constrained on the time, and because we wanted to go to the Colosseum, which was very out of the way. It did take up a chunk of our time getting there. So it was very much a whistle-stop tour, but we did see everything we wanted to see, and I hope you enjoy the clips. today we have a little elephant. Look how adorable this is. I had the bear here and he took it away. I was hoping that he would just like leave the elephant next to the bear, but he didn't. He took the bear. So the bear will never be seen again. But we have an elephant now and he's adorable. Okay, hi, I'm just popping in to say I have now finished my book, The Stranded. I finished the book about a cruise on a cruise. I'm very happy that I managed to get this done. Probably doesn't mean anything to anyone else, but that was just something in my head I wanted to do. But yeah, I really enjoyed this book. I'm not quite sure on a star reading as of yet, since I've just finished it in the past minute. But it's either going to be a 4 or 5 star read, depending on how I feel. I think maybe a 5 because of the whole reading on a cruise. And I was just so invested the entire time, and my earlier statement of not wanting to stay around for a second book because I really wanted this to be a standalone doesn't hold up, because on the back it actually has what I think a lot of books should have. It says when the sequel is coming out, and it also states that it's a duology, so there's no waiting around thinking it's going to be a series. It's a duology, and it says the sequel is coming out in July this year, so not long, and it's going to be called The Exiled. So I can't wait for that to come out. I'm going to try and stay invested, because you know what happens, you read a book and sequels isn't going to come out for another year, and you just read other stuff and you move on and you're not as attached when the sequel comes out. I'm going to try my best to stay hyped for the sequel, because I did really enjoy this and I can't wait to see where the story unfolds. There's been so much carnage and destruction by the end of this book. We've lost so many people. I'm not going to say who, but there's just so many unexpected deaths and expected deaths, and it's just crazy. And I don't know where the story is going to go from here, honestly. I will say I had a few issues with the book. I thought for all the effort and hype put on the rebellion's plan to kind of overcome these systems in place and get off the boat, their plan was kind of stupid, considering there was hundreds of people involved in this rebellion and this plan, and all these things had to come together and be put in place. The plan they had was stupid. Like, as soon as it was revealed, it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this. I'm like, seriously? All this time? You've had 40 years and this is the best you could come up with? Yeah, the plan was a bit whack, and yeah. So the twists and turns definitely made that plan a little bit better. Because I'm glad that plan didn't go through, because it was so stupid. That was my main issue with the book. I'm a bit worried about where the characters are going to go in the sequel. Like, I feel like I don't want to spoil anything, but I feel like the main objective is very vague. It's been left on a very vague note, and I'm not sure how it is going to be stretched into another book. I feel like it could have easily been wrapped up here, maybe with kind of an open ending, and just had it be like that, left up to imagination. But the ending we've got, I'm like, yeah, it's very interesting and very on edge. I want to know what happens, but again, how are we going to make another 400 words of this? I'm just very confused as to where we'll go in the sequel, and I'll be shocked if it's more than 400 words. If it's 400 pages. If it's more than 400 words, I will be shocked. If it's more than 400 pages long, I'll be surprised, because I honestly don't know how this could be stretched out. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this book. It was very fun to read, and the characters were great, the plot was great, the world building was great, and it was very much added to the experience of being on a cruise, because I'm so glad this didn't happen to me. I'm glad I wasn't stuck on this boat for 40 years and under a dictatorship. I'm very glad that did happen. But yeah, it's a very good book. Highly recommend it. So yeah, get on with the video. The first place we went to on our final day in Italy was Capri, which is an island, and I will say it was not my favourite place. It was just full of expensive shops, it was raining and drizzling, and it just didn't really appeal to me. Like, it was visually beautiful. Like, this view is just amazing, but the island itself, just full of overpriced shops, overpriced cafes, and I don't think I'd recommend it because it's just kind of boring. But I'm glad I saw it at least. Once we were finished in Capri, we got the boat back over to Sorento, which again, just full of overpriced shops, and I wasn't a massive fan of. I can say it was very beautiful again. The colours of the buildings was amazing, and we had some food here that was paid for by the cruise as part of like the excursion. And I can't say for that because I just asked for a pizza, but yeah, we had a nice meal there. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. It was just expensive shops and nothing really else to do there. I promise that the third place we go to today is absolutely amazing. You will be amazed, hopefully, like I was. And then the third place we went to on this day was Pompeii, which, can I say, I feel so grateful to have seen this. It was something I've always wanted to see, and it was absolutely mind-blowing. Like, initially going into this, I thought Pompeii was going to be like a field with a few ruins in it, a few bodies. I didn't think it would be as big as it was. Now, at one point, we were stood in a crossroads, a four-way crossroads, and the guide was literally like, you could walk 20 minutes in all four directions and still be in the ruins of Pompeii. Like, it was just so much bigger than I expected, and it was absolutely stunning and sad. And the parts where you could like see Mount Vesuvius through like the buildings and the streets, you could see it in the background, and it was just crazy, and it's just unimaginable what that day would have been like. But yeah, it was also crazy how much actually survived and has been recovered. There was pots that they said were still full of money. They said that they sometimes even found bread in the ovens at the bakeries. Like, they uncovered so much, and unfortunately they have taken a lot of the artifacts away from the actual site of Pompeii and into Naples, the city around it, to be like studied and put in museums and stuff, which is kind of a shame that it's not still within the Pompeii area. But Just they did have some things which is really cool to see, but yeah, it was just mind-boggling. Like, you could even see the tracks in the road where the carts would have driven through the most often. It was, I can't explain it. It was just an amazing experience to see, and I highly, highly, highly recommend visiting Pompeii if you haven't already. Three of the animal of the day, and it is a monkey. Like, look how cool this is. Like, it's just hanging here on a coat hanger. That's adorable. I think my favourite was the elephant, I think. Maybe the bear, I'm not sure, but the monkey is so cool. That's so cool. But yeah, that's my update on the animal towel thing of the day.
like these, I wonder, when the Wright brothers looked to the sky so many years ago, could they even imagine how far we dare to dream? So high above the children gaze, open mouthed, taken by surprise.
So a lot of the music was actually copyrighted, so I can't really play any of it, but they're playing Footloose right now, and they're dancing as aliens in a farmhouse. Yeah, you know when I said the previous show was the weirdest one I've ever seen, the ice skate one? No, I think this was very weird indeed, but this was really cool. They had like a aeroplane that went out over the crowd. It was really cool, but really wacky at the same time. So that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little adventure. I think that will be a rest. I think that'll be an end to the Lost in Europe mini-series. We've got 6 parts, but I'm not going anywhere anytime soon that's in Europe. But yeah, I think it'll be revived eventually, but for now, the next destination I'm going is not in Europe. And it's not in America. So, just trying to tease you, just trying to keep you in. But yeah, I'll see you in that vlog series if you're here for the vlogs. But if you're here for the bookish content, watch out for the next video, because I promise we are returning to the bookish content. I just feel like everyone's here for books and I'm here like, I'm just gonna film my holidays. So yeah, I'm sorry if you subscribe for bookish content and now we're getting all the vlogs, but I hope you enjoyed them anyway. I tried to keep them bookish, like filming bookstores, really cool bookstores in Italy. There was like a whole mile long of them. You probably saw them in the video. I hope you saw them in the video. And I've been giving you reading updates. I've still not finished this as I'm filming the outro, but I will pop back in to do my thoughts on this. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thanks for watching the video. Like if you enjoyed. Comment about your experiences in Italy, or just tell me some of your adventures abroad. Have you ever been abroad? If you've not, where would you like to go? And subscribe if you want to see more bookish content and vlogs. And yeah, that's all from me. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoy being on these holidays. So yeah, bye.